Hey everyone, AeroBand just sent me their new and upgraded version of the AeroBand guitar. This guitar can now do slides, hammer-ons, pull-offs, and open tunings. So it's quite the upgrade from their previous model, but we're going to take a look and see if it's really worth it. Does it sound good? Did they really improve it enough? Let's check it out. Let's find out what this new upgraded version is all about. Alright, now let's talk about what's different between this one and the older model. So the older model didn't have much response with hammer-ons, slides, but this one is more guitar-like. Now you can do those hammer-ons and they actually come through your DAW system or through the speaker. And you can do open tunings, all of these creative things that guitar players use is now available. Now there's a couple things lacking, we're going to talk about that soon, but first let's see what the improvements are here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download the AeroBand Guitar app, and then once you're on it, you actually go to the Bluetooth setting and you connect your guitar, and it's super simple. It connects right away, and then you're able to go on the app and customize your features here. Now when you go to the app, everything is going to be turned off. These features aren't going to be turned on because these are customizable features. You can turn them off and on if you want. So let's go on to the setting where we go hammer on, pull off, and slide. So we've got some cool little techniques now that we can incorporate into the MIDI guitar. So we've got three options here. Let's see how that sounds. This is a little bit of a slide example. So what I'm noticing is that there's a lot of sustain on the slide. So this is definitely a big improvement from their last one. So you can actually just slide all over the neck. It sustains the note. And I don't think there's any MIDI guitars that can do that on the market like this one does. But let's carry on. Let's go through some of the other improvements. Let's take a look at some hammer-ons. Now here's a couple other examples that you can do. You can actually incorporate chords with these techniques as well. So let's see if you can do open tunings with fingerstyle. So it definitely responds quite well to fingerstyle as well. And I love that you can do open tunings because this definitely opens up a lot of doors for creativity. And it also makes it a lot easier if you're trying to do low tunings or low sounds. You don't have to adjust anything in your DAW system. And it's also available through the speaker as well. So there's some cool features there with the open tunings. Open tunings are great for creativity because you really come up with sounds that you've never thought of before, whether that be like different chords that you've never tried or different open strings that are ringing out for a melody. So I love that it has that feature and it makes it so easy to go into those open tunings. So here's a couple of guitar features that are installed inside the guitar, and I find this is really on the fly features. These are actually pretty cool. So this Headstock feature right here allows you to down tune or up tune a full octave, which is actually pretty incredible. And then this button over here also gives you a different guitar tone. This is like, for example, a classical guitar tone. And then you keep going. You have a piano tone. Keep going. You have a bass. You have a banjo. And then back to your acoustic guitar. And then this bar over here actually mutes the strings. So whenever you want to mute, that's where it mutes it, right here. Now that pretty much sums it up for the upgrades through the app. Now that we have all these features on, it's actually now integrated into the guitar so that we can now plug into the DAW system. So now this next part of the video, I'm going to go through a lot of different sounds, and we're just going to test out how this guitar sounds through the DAW system with these upgrades. And we're just going to come up with some music and see what we can do with the upgrades and with this guitar. So hope you enjoy the sounds, and let's get right into it. So this guitar is good for practicing. It's good for just bringing around if you just want to kind of mess around with some ideas or just jam out. It is MIDI, however, so you're getting those MIDI sounds. So it's not technically a real guitar. It's not sounding like a real guitar. So this is only for hammer-on. I've just noticed you can't actually pull off to the open string yet. But I'm sure this is a feature that they're going to be working on as well pretty soon. All right, guys, so let me know in the comments what you think of the upgrades, what you think of this guitar. Would you still buy one, or do you still think that it's lacking in every way? Now, I think that this is definitely a MIDI guitar. I have nothing against MIDI guitars. It's definitely not a guitar. I think it's been marketed as a guitar or a beginner guitar in the past, but I think they're going away from that. They're really just trying to market this as a MIDI guitar at this point, and it's just a tool. If you're not a keyboard player, you're not having access to these MIDI sounds as much. Now, when you compare the other options on the market, there are other MIDI guitars. There's guitars that have MIDI within them. I think now with the upgrades that they've made, I don't think that there's any guitar that can do these features, such as the open tunings. That's a big one. I think I've never seen any MIDI guitar that can have an open tuning just like that. And also the tuning options to go lower or down here with different tunings going higher or lower is definitely a feature that I haven't seen in other MIDI guitars as well. So with the upgrades and with what you're getting now with this guitar, I would definitely recommend this guitar if you're not a keyboard player and you love to use MIDI sounds, you love to add that to your recordings. This is probably the easiest option for that, and the most affordable one as well. I think that a lot of MIDI guitars, especially the real guitars that have MIDI, are going to be a lot more expensive. You're looking into the thousands for those, but this one is well below $1,000, and really, you know, you're just getting a tool and you're adding that to your arsenal, and I think that there's nothing wrong with that. People aren't going to use this as their main guitars, but if you're able to create some music and have some fun with this guitar, why not? Now let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this guitar? Do you think that they should upgrade it more? Do you think that they should add some bending sounds, some more pull-offs with the open strings? What do you think they should do with this guitar to really perfect it? Let me know in the comments below. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.